Most of us start our journey in a place like this, the indoor pool. It's the tutorial village of water sports. The water is clear, the floor is predictable, and a lifeguard is always a few feet away. In this controlled environment, you can get by just fine by focusing on your swimming speed. If you can move from one side to the other, you've basically mastered the level. But the real adventure begins when you leave the pool for the wilderness zone, the oceans and rivers that surround us. These natural environments introduce obstacles you won't find in a lane. You have to account for tidal shifts, sudden drop-offs in the sand, and currents that move much faster than any swimmer. If you try to power through a river or an ocean using only your swimming speed, you'll find your stamina hit zero surprisingly fast. Moving from the pool to the coast requires a change in strategy. You have to trade that swim-fast mindset for a specific set of survival mechanics designed for the wild. The Taiwan Drowning Prevention Association acts as a guide for this transition. They've spent years mapping out the different water levels in Taiwan to help people navigate them safely. Their framework centers on two main branches of a survival skill tree. First is perception, which is your ability to read the water. Second is defense, which focuses on self-rescue techniques. Their training program follows a steady progression. You start by building confidence in shallow, safe areas before moving on to more complex open water environments. Developing these specific defensive skills is what allows you to explore the coast with confidence, ensuring your session doesn't end in an emergency. The first skill to master is the risk radar. This involves scanning the environment and identifying hazards before you ever step into the water. You learn to look for specific visual cues, such as changes in the weather, how the waves are breaking against the terrain, and the way the watercolor might signal a change in depth. For example, this poster highlights a rip current. It's a narrow channel of water that pulls directly away from the beach. To the untrained eye, it often looks like the calmest spot to swim, but it's actually a powerful treadmill moving out to sea. The way to handle a rip current is to avoid fighting the pull. Instead, you swim parallel to the shoreline until you've moved out of the channel, and then use the incoming waves to help you back to the sand. To make these invisible hazards easier to see, the association uses AI analysis and 3D maps to create digital risk profiles. It's like having a mini-map that reveals danger zones before you arrive. When you can spot these patterns early, you can choose a safer spot to play, preventing a crisis before it even begins. The second branch is the defense skill, which is your fallback plan for when you find yourself in deep water or feeling exhausted. Panicked thrashing is a massive drain on your energy. It pulls your head lower and makes it harder to breathe, which only increases the panic. The proper defense is to flip onto your back and adopt a relaxed, starfish-like float. By controlling your breathing and staying still, you conserve your energy and keep your airway clear while waiting for assistance. Because we share these waters with a complex ecosystem, the association teaches that being a master of the water also means being a steward of the environment. If the habitat fails, these spaces are no longer safe or healthy for us to enjoy. This means following simple but vital rules. Never touch the marine life you encounter, and use ocean-friendly sunscreens that won't damage the reefs that protect our coastlines. True mastery of the water is a balance of self-preservation and environmental respect. You're protecting yourself and the world you're exploring at the same time. Preparation creates confidence. When you understand the mechanics of the water, the ocean stops being a place to fear and becomes a place for controlled, safe adventure. You can find these training paths in the real world through the association's summer camps, specialized community classes, and even illustrated books for younger explorers. For those who want to help others level up, there is a clear professional path, moving from a basic guide to a watcher, a coach, and finally, a specialized instructor. Seeking out these resources helps you build a personal survival chain, giving you the tools to handle whatever the water throws at you. Take the time to learn the environment, respect the rules of the coast, and enjoy a summer of safe exploration. Join the Taiwan Drowning Prevention Association and master your local waters.